So today we are going to present our topic, which is lasers. So first we will introduce ourselves, which is my name is Shafikah Binti. Mention number 197678.
Hi, my name is Siti Binti Pauzi. My mention number is 198647. And our friend who's recording the video right now is Nurhanis Syahirah binti Adnan. Her mention number is 196633.
Hi, Doctor.
Okay, so for the introduction of our topic, as you know, a laser is a device that emits light through a process of optimal amplification. The term laser, we use the term laser as light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. The principle of laser operation will be explained by my group members later. Okay, so the properties of the laser. Laser light is a coherent light. Which is the individual rays in a laser beam maintain a phase relationship with each other. There is no disruptive interference between the laser. Laser light is also monochromatic, which is the light is very narrow of the wavelengths, and the laser light has a small angle of divergence, which is the beam spreads out very little, even over long distance. And the last one is laser beam is extremely intense. The objective of our report is to define the meaning of lasers, to explain the types of lasers, to justify how the lasers work, and the last one is to explain the significance of lasers and their contribution to society. So next, I'll pass to Sarah to explain about the theory of lasers.
So next, I'm going to continue with the theory of laser. So, particle or an atom can exist in a wide range of the energy state. Usually it's called stationary state. However, when there are EM or called electromagnetic wave field, the atom can change from one state to another. It can go higher or lower. So there are three ways, as you can see in the slide. Three ways for a photon or an atom interact with the energy levels of atom. One is spontaneous, second is stimulated, and third is absorption. So I'm going to explain each and every one of the interaction. So the first one is the spontaneous emission. So spontaneous emission doesn't require any radiation to produce a photon. And yeah, so for the spontaneous emission, it will not require any radiation for it to produce a photon. And the atom emits an EM wave that no definite phase relation to that emitted by another atom, and the wave can be emitted in any direction. So basically, it would not have effect on the direction to produce a photon. So it doesn't have any relation with the direction. It can be any direction that you want, and it will create a photon, as you can see there. See? You can see it good. So the second one is the stimulated emission. So the stimulated emission, if you can look at the diagram, it will require a radiation. So it will produce two photons. And yeah, because it will require a radiation, it can only occur when a photon passes near an atom, when it is in an excited state, and where the photon energy is equal to the energy difference between two levels. Can you understand? Yes, of course. And yeah, this one, it will have to be in the same direction, the wave. So next is the absorption. Absorption basically is just annihilate a photon. So the photon will be gone because it is absorbed. Okay, so this one explained this before. So I'm going to continue with laser as amplifier and absorber. So basically, laser have two basic functions. It could be an amplifier and it could be an absorber. So it will act as amplifier if it's used under non-equilibrium condition. In equilibrium condition, it will act as an absorber. So to make an oscillator from the amplifier when it is in a non-equilibrium condition, it is necessary to introduce suitable positive feedback. You know feedback? Okay. So we will use a mirror to reflect the laser. So a plane of electromagnetic wave will travel in a direction perpendicular to the mirror, and it will bounce back and forth between two mirrors. So we'll have to use two mirrors to make the positive feedback, and it will be amplified on each passage through the active material. If one of the two mirrors used is partially transparent, a useful output beam is obtained from that mirror. So next, I'm gonna explain about the production of population emission. Okay. This is an interaction to change from one energy state to another energy state. So it seems that it's actually possible to achieve this through the interaction of the material with a sufficient strong EM wave since at thermal equilibrium absorption in fact predominates over stimulated emission. Yeah. However, to absorb and stimulate the emission process, it will compensate one another, it will cancel one another, and the material become transparent. So this is what happens when we use only two level saturation. So basically, if we use only two level, it will impossible to create and to produce a population emission. Hence, we need to change into 3 or 4 level interaction. So you can see on the right side the 3 level scheme. So on the 3 level laser atoms, it will raise from ground, which is level 0, which is level 1, level 3. And if an atom is raised to level 3, the material will decay rapidly and produce atom and produce photon. Okay, get it? And for 4 level atoms, it will raise from level 0, which is the ground, to level 3. And even when it decay from level 2 to level 1, the photon will be obtained. And when it goes from level 3 to level 2, it will produce a photon too. So basically, if you look from this graph, it is obvious that when the laser is using the 4 level scheme, it is efficient and better than the 3 level scheme. So you can see that there are a few reasons why it is better than there's a few reasons why the 4 level is better than the 3 level laser. Because like I said before, there are energy difference between the various levels as usually much greater than KT. So like I said that the 3 level will start from level 1 and the 4 level will start from level 0. So the photon produced by when it starts from the bottom, from the lower, yes, good, thank you Alice. So when it starts from lower, it will produce more photon than when it starts from upper ground. Hence, it is important to use 4 level laser when it is possible. So the term for level laser is used for any level whose lower laser level is actually empty by virtue of being above the ground level by many KT. So if you don't know what KT is, I'm gonna explain it now. So KT is the product of the Boltzmann constant K and the temperature T. So in other words, or in simpler words, KT is the amount of heat required to increase the thermodynamic entropy of the system. since in the laser we use the thermodynamic thingy, right? So yeah, it has something to do with the heating. So I finished with the production of a population inversion. This one is properties of laser radiation, and it has been explained by Nick before in the introduction. So now I'm gonna pass the mic to Nurhanis Syahirah to proceed with significance of lasers.
Alright, so moving on to the significance of lasers. Firstly, I know it is hard to imagine that a narrow, coherent, and amplified beam of light that is fired by excited atoms is powerful enough to slice through a steel. But, however, that is exactly a tool that has been helpful to humankind. And there are many significances that lasers bring to humankind, including improving health, improving our work efficiency, and lastly, storing information. So let's look at the first significance, which is improving health. So in medicine, lasers have revolutionized the diagnosis and treatments of diseases. Such diagnosis and treatments can improve health and also the well-being of a person. For example, in ophthalmology, which is which is specializing in the eye area, lasers can correct many problems of the eyes. For example, ophthalmologists can fix retinas, reshape corneas, and also the other things. Besides, the second example is in neurosurgery. This specialization use lasers to cut out tumors. So compared to the other specialists, neurosurgeons have to work in under more dire restrictions as they are dealing with brain and also spinal cord. So one silly mistake that they make can lead to severe complications for the patient, or in worst case, an accidental death. So the second significance is improving work efficiency. In the printing industry, laser printers are known to print documents better than a normal photocopy. Besides, apart from laser printers, laser scanners can also improve work efficiency. This innovation is usually used in supermarkets and also libraries. The function is to scan barcodes to process the items that we are buying or we are borrowing like books and all the other things. So the last significance is storing information. The invention of compact discs, or better known as CD, and also digital video disc, which is DVD, have made it easier for us to store information such as photos, documents, movies, and songs. And in case you didn't know, CD and DVD have large storage capacity, so that they are able to store information digitally. That's all for significance of lasers. Moving on to the contribution that lasers do to society. Yes, the first one is LASIK. The longer name is laser in situ keratomiliosis, and this is a medical procedure that permanently changes the shape of a person's cornea. So a lot of people who wear spectacles undergo this surgery to correct their eye problems such as myopia, that is nearsightedness, hyperopia, farsightedness, and also astigmatism, which is basically a blur vision. So ophthalmologists will use a laser or microkeraton to reshape their cornea, and this will improve the visual acuity of the person. The next contribution to our society is laser printer. This invention
laser printer can print up to 8 pages per minute. And the mechanism of a laser printer is quite simple. Firstly, when the document is received by the printer, laser beam will draw a document on something called aluminium coated drum using electrical charges. Next, once the drum is charged, it is rolled into a dry powder, which is toner, and then the toner will adhere to the charged image on the drum, and then the toner will be transferred onto the paper and then fused to the paper with heat and pressure. So, once the document is printed, the electrical charges are removed from the drum and the excess toner is collected. The next contribution to society is barcode reader, or we call it laser scanners. These are used to scan barcodes, and they do not require an image processor. Besides, they are very quick at doing their job. For example, laser scanners can scan up to 1,300 scans per second. They can even read one-dimension barcodes from long distances, as they use lasers in which the limited beams of light do not diverge even though light travels the light travels far from the source. The last contribution to our society is CD and DVD. CD has digital information stored in form of laser created bits on its surface, as you can see on most of CD that we have. These can be read by detecting the laser light scattered from the bit. Therefore, large information capacity is possible because of the precision of the laser. So CD that have shorter wavelength laser will enable greater storage capacity. So basically, CD that have shorter wavelength of laser store greater storage capacity. So as we might notice, CD and DVD are often used in the entertainment industry, record labels, and also motion pictures industry use CD and DVD to sell their albums, their movies, songs, and all of that physically. In fact, United States motion picture industry generated $3 billion selling movies on DVD. So that's all for significance of lasers and also its contribution to the society. I will pass the presentation to Nick to conclude our presentation today.
So for the conclusion, as you all heard from the Sarah explain about the how the lasers work, and from Anis how the lasers contribute to our society, and what is the importance of the laser. So we can conclude that laser have multifunction, as it can be useful in LASIK, which is in surgery, right? And the next one, laser can use in printers and also in CD and DVD. So it offers ways of generating, supervising, and read intense light in remarkable ways. Moreover, different types of material can be used to make lasers, such as gases, crystalline solids, polymers, and also glasses. But it just depends on what application that we use. So I think that's all from us.
So that's all from us. Thank you. Bye, Doctor.
Bye.
Bye.